Hello, everyone. We are. Hopefully, you can hear me. Oh no. We're doing Duolingo. Duolingo is a way to learn a language and learn it easily and fun. And I have wanted to learn languages for a long time. I just am not very good at it. And I'm starting out with the easiest language to learn in the world, supposedly, which is called Esperanto, invented by the Polish eye doctor R.L. Zamenhof in the late 1800s. And hopefully this is still recording. I think it is. It may have gone dark for you. I don't know. But I've been working on this for a while, and I'm a little okay at speaking Esperanto. Mi non mijas hito, kaj mi volas lerni Esperanton. But I'm really not that great. I don't understand a lot about Esperanto, and therefore I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a little Duolingo. The fun thing about Duolingo, why I'm treating it as if it's a game, is because it is kind of like a game. But Duolingo really makes language learning fun, and therefore uh, I'll show you how. And we're gonna start with the basics again, because we want to be gold. As you can see, you have lessons, and lessons go into different words. But right now we're going to strengthen our weakest words. Translate this sentence: the man. And you can tap on these underlined words and just see, get a hint, get an answer quickly if you can't remember. But I'm going to get my keyboard out. Smart Keyboard Pro, which I've purchased, and that has the option to switch between English and EO, which is Esperanto. Esperanto has a couple of additional characters and letters that English doesn't have, and it doesn't have at all the letter Y, or X for that matter. But it's going to help me do this more easily. So, the man is la viro. You are correct. Translate the sentence. No. In Esperanto, you say no as ne. It falls. It is G in Esperanto. This letter G with an asterisk tells you to say it, the letter, as the J sound versus the G. So it's G falls, falas. So you can tell on verbs that end the infinitive form of a verb for fall, for instance, would be falli, F-A-L-I. But to do it in present tense, that is like to fall, or to falling as now, you would you'd add an as to the end of it. Take the I away and add an as. So falas. To say it happened in the past, like you fell, then you add an is. It becomes falis. And to say that you will fall in the future, it becomes an os, or follows. So that's how past and present and future tense works in Esperanto. So it is it falls, ĝi falas. Awesome, 3 in a row so far. Translate the sentence: a girl or a woman? A woman. A woman. So it's a whole sentence. There is no there's no same thing as I'm recording this? Yeah. There's no same thing as a in Esperanto. Just the fact that it's there means a single one. In Esperanto, they simplified the language by making as many or as few words exist as possible. So if viro is man, then they feminize that by adding a special suffix to the end of it, which is usually I-N-O, to make it feminine. So in this case, virino is a woman. But we know there is a difference between a woman and a girl, obviously. And canabo is a boy, so canabino is a girl. So since there is no A, we skip that. We say canabino, au, that's or in Esperanto, au virino. And you say Esperanto as if you have an Italian accent. Like, Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. So canabino au virino. 4 in a row. Mi comprenas Esperanton. Kaj vi? How do you say he? You say he in Esperanto as li. 5 in a row, we're doing good. Translate this sentence. La bona knabo laboras morte. Alright. We want to translate it into English. I got about the English here. The good boy works. Morte means a lot, I think. Works a lot. Boom. Select all the correct translations. You are a boy, not a man. Canabo, GSS, neviro. Vi estas canabo, neviro. Vi canabo estas ne morte. This one says, boy, it is not man. That's not right. You are a boy, not a man. That would be one. You, boy, is not much. That is wrong. Booyah. Tap the pairs. Okay. You, vi, man, viro, play, ludas. Estas, is, cantas, sing. Booyah.
Li ludas kaj ŝi kantas.
Okay. Le ludas kaj ŝi cantas. That means he plays and she sings. Bam. See how I'm getting points? Ĝi dormas means it sleeps. Is that hard to remember there? Dormas means it sleeps or it's sleeping. Like a dormitory. Think of that? These come from the same root words as as a lot of Latin words.
Li aŭ ŝi laboras.
That means he or she works. Laboras. You use the wrong word. In what sense? So I don't think I did. He or she works. So a lot of people have this, talking about this, is as you can see with the 23 bubbles. We're going to tap on that and see what they're saying. What's the difference in pronunciation of oo and ooh? Ooh, Ow, yeah. Okay. I know. I'm so confused. Doesn't explain to me why that is wrong. I'm gonna flag this one. My answer should have been accepted.
Mi estas la viro.
Like this sentence. I am the man. A boy plays and falls. Knabo falas. Oh, no. Knabo ludas. That's ludas is sleep. I thought. Ludas. When is sleep then? Huh. Sleeping and playing is a similar word, very, very close to one another. You. Or not ludas. Dormas is sleep. So ludas, I think, is bed. I'm getting confused with bed. A ludo, no, a ledo, something like that. You. Vi.
Ne.
Translate this sentence. Ne. No. You and I play. Vi. Kai. Mi. Ludas. Type what you hear. What do I hear? I have my volume really low.
Knabino falas.
Do it again.
Knabino falas.
That sounds like a girl fall. A girl falls. Or, but it's in Esperanto, so that's okay. That's even easier, actually. Knabino falas. Just repeat what I heard. A girl falls. Bam.
Li aŭ ŝi laboras.
He or she works. This is right. There you go. See? Boom. I got 10 XP, experience points. All for my practice. I got a no-day streak so far, though. I need 20 more experience points to complete today's practice. We're going to do the basics on my weakest words.
Ni iras al la parko.
Alright, so that means we are going to the park. Let's type it in. We are going to the park. Or we go to the park. Either way. Yeah. We go to the park. You can say it multiple ways. To me, that's more natural.
La nokto estas tre longa.
Okay. The night is very long. Does that seem very hard to you? To me, that's a very easy sentence. Is the day hot? So every question in Esperanto starts with, let me put it this way. Every yes or no question in Esperanto should start with chu, the word chu. And that is basically like the equivalent of do, is, all those words combined. It's chu. So, is the day hot? Chu la tago estas in? That means, is the day in? Is the day is in? No, that's stupid. Chu la tago estas varma? That Actually, chu au taco estas. That is a is or day is hot. That's wrong. Chu la tago estas varma. Is the day. So you also have to say it to be grammatically correct. You have to just put the chu in there, and then ignore the chu, grammatically speaking. When you do the translation in English and say the day is hot, so is the day is hot is actually grammatically correct. It's something I actually get confused with myself when I'm trying to fill in these things. I forget that you're supposed to kind of the double is accurate. The small woman plays slowly. La small. Mal. So in Esperanto, to simplify things, so you have to learn or memorize less words. Like I said, with viro and virino, you have a default being male and then feminize it with a suffix. Same thing goes with other words. So if you learn fast, rapide, you can make slow by putting the prefix mal in front of it, which you kind of might think as bad in Latin, but it doesn't mean that in Esperanto. It just means opposite of. So mal rapide is slow. Mal varma is cold. Mal granda is small. In Esperanto, all adjectives end in a, and all nouns end in o. So this malgranda, small, is an adjective describing the woman, so it ends in a. Virino is a woman, ends in o. Plays as it's doing now. Lutas, slowly, mal rapida. And you can also do this. Check this out. You can reverse it and say, the woman slowly plays. And that's correct. You see, you can. Word order is not that important in Esperanto because what the grammar is. The grammar of Esperanto is not dependent on word order like it is in English. You can really put the subject of the sentence at the end of the sentence if you wanted to, and it would still be grammatically correct because of the way Esperanto really installs the grammar into the words themselves. And that is to make it easier for other people to learn. You know, there's some countries like in Spanish, for instance, you put the adjective after the noun. So it'd be the woman small in Esperanto or in Spanish, and you can do that in Esperanto too. It's just there to make it easy for everybody all around. The That's weird. The cafe is beautiful. I thought that was an Esperanto sentence. I was trying to read that, and in Esperanto, C makes a t sound, a ts, kind of like tsunami sound, and I was like the cafe. What was it? No, that was wrong. The cafe is beautiful. So la cafeo estas bella. In Esperanto, the suffix, for one, J makes a Y sound. That's why Y is not in Esperanto. This is actually common for a lot of European languages to not have a Y, but to use J for the sound that we would use Y with in English. But the suffix EJO is AO, and that means place in Esperanto. So if you see a word with AO on the end of it, it's a place almost always. This place, in this case, it's a place of coffee, kafo. So it's a cafeo or cafe. See how that works? Pretty smart. La cafeo estas bella. Booyah.
Kafo estas en la kafejo.
This means coffee is in the cafe. Booyah. Type what you hear in Esperanto.
La granda kafo estas malbona.
That's weird. That says, La granda kafo estas malbona. The big coffee is bad. That's what I heard. Let me do it again.
La granda kafo estas malbona.
Okay. I think that's what they said. Okay. That's what it said. That just seems weird to say. I thought large coffees were good. Ĉu la tago estas varma? Type the English translation in English. Is the day warm? Or hot? I think it should be hot, but I keep thinking when I see varma, I think of warm because they're very similarly spelled. Instead of a W, it's a V, but it should be hot. You're right. Bad. Marbon. A small baby. Translate this sentence. Well, that would be... Y'all haven't seen the word for baby yet in Esperanto. Malgranda bebo. Booyah! Ĉu la knabino estas bela? Alright. Translate this sentence. Is the girl beautiful?
La malbela parko estas malgranda.
La malbela parko estas malgranda. The ugly park is small. Okay. The ugly park is small. Okay.
La kafejo estas en la malbona parko.
La kafeo estas en la malbona parko. Okay. The cafe is in the bad park? Must be a bad part of town. An ugly part of town. How do you say long? Longa. Type what you hear. Alright, let's listen carefully.
La nokto estas tre longa.
Well, let me hear that again.
La nokto estas tre longa. La nokto estas tre longa.
I am hearing this wrong. It has to be, because it sounds like he's saying the doctor is long, which can't be right. In fact, doctor is doctoro, which that's not what he's saying.
La nokto estas tre longa.
It's very hard for me to hear it because I have my volume down really low.
La nokto estas tre longa.
Alright. I can't listen now. They will be back at one. Okay. How do you say two? Owl. Tap the pairs. Pairs are go, iras, g, it. What is L? There's nothing. There's no L. Al, two. Oh, it's I. That's what it is. Me and I. Kafo, coffee. 20% made. I need 10 more percent or XP to be complete. So I will go to phrases now. Weakest words.
Mi pardonpetas.
That is, I apologize.
Bonvolu ne.
Bonvolu ne. That's weird. I guess that means please no. Bonvolu ne. Adamo estas... Oh, is a beginner. I was about to just read it in Esperanto, even though it wasn't written in Esperanto. Adamo estas komencanto. Anto suffix means one who is, a doer of it. Comenci is to begin, to start. So comencanto is one who begins, a beginner.
Adamo fartas bone.
So this is the classic funny sentence of Esperanto. The word fartas in Latin comes from the Latin farti, which means well, in Esperanto it means to feel. Farti. Zamenhof was aware that this was a funny word in English, but he thought it was kind of he was afraid that making a language like this would be almost impossible to avoid accidentally saying a cuss word or or something embarrassing in another language. And when he happened across farti and fart in English, he decided that well, fart is not that bad of a word in English. It's not that embarrassing, so he wasn't going to change it. But farti, fartas means feel. So, in this case, embone means well. So, Adam feels well. Or Adamo is doing well. Good evening. Okay. Bonan is good. And vespero is evening. Vesperon, adding an N to the end of a word makes it the object of a sentence. And in Esperanto, adjectives must agree with nouns. So if a noun is a object, so must also be the thing that describes it. So if it's a good night, it also must have an N on the end of it to agree with the object of the sentence. So bonan vesperon. Tap the pairs. Falls, fallas, I, me, poste, later. Bonan tagon, good day. Sophia and Sophia. She's a girl. See you later. That's how you say goodbye in Esperanto. It is basically gis la revido, which literally means until the next. You can also say a short version of that, like the equivalent of our bye, would just be gis, which is until. Welcome. Bon venon. This is actually kind of fun. It's a combination of bona, which is good, and veni, which is to come, or venas, which is he has come. So, or actually, it's more so a combination of bone, which is well, welcome, bonveno. See what I mean? Esperanto makes sense if you just know the rules and what words are. Literally, bonvenon means welcome. Not. Ne. Bonan vesperon. Good evening. Dormas, sleep.
Bonan nokton. Gis la revido.
Okay. Good night. See you later. That's what that means. Good night. See you later. Sorry, you are a beginner. Pardonon, like pardon me. Vi estas comenzando. That's what we want. These other ones just don't make sense. Like, sorry, vi estas thank you. Sorry, you thank you. You thanks is. That's just weird. Now, how does the girl say good day? Kiel means how. That would get into another section of Esperanto, which is very complex, it's very hard to explain. But how is Kiel? Does the girl say good day? Sofia la canabino diras. No, that's actually literally saying someone says good day. Kiel la knibo diras bonan tagon. Diras means diri is to say. So actually, there's a difference between paroli, which is to speak, and dira and diri, which is to say. So, how, in what way, really, is what this kiel means. What way the girl says good day. Bonan tagon. How do you say sorry? Pardonon.
Bonvenon, komencanto.
Welcome, beginner. Tap the pairs. Girl, canabino, until, geez. She. Good evening. Bonan vesperon. Dankon. Thank you. Dankon is kind of related to the German Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Darling
Pardonon,
Dankeschön.
vi estas komencanto.
Sorry. You are a beginner. In Esperanto, you kind of speak like a caveman. Sorry, you are a beginner. Sorry, I don't feel well. Pardonon. Mi ne fartas bona. That would work. And pardon me, or I ask your pardon. Me pardon. And I ask your pardon. Pardon petas, what that means. I don't feel. Sintas is feel. Sintas is feel, but it is like your senses, and not necessarily like your feelings. A different kind of feel. Esperanto is very specific in that way. They have different words for the same kind of, or for different words for concepts that we use the same word for. If that makes sense. Pardono mean, pardon me, me good day, not good. What? No.
Bonan tagon.
Good day.
Bonan vesperon, kaj bonvenon.
Bonan vesperon kaj bonvenon. Okay. Good evening and welcome. Boom. We have a one-day streak. We've met our goal. I think that's a good place to stop it for this evening. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, and fill up my tree. Make my whole tree gold. We call this the tree. All the things that have little colors on them, I've done before. You can see I haven't done it in a very long time. And this is where I've stopped. It's very hard. But if I can make the entire tree gold, I think they've added some, honestly. That's a pretty substantial feat. That means I understand Esperanto pretty well. I can add other courses. They're not just Esperanto. I want to eventually learn Spanish. And I have an interest in other languages. French seems very hard, but that would be cool to learn. I hear German is hard and easy in comparison to English because they're both Germanic. I really have an interest in Romanian just because it's like the one of the Romance languages that that everyone always forgets about, really. I think the Romanian course is added or is coming soon. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys next time later. Bye bye.